What's going on? It is Sunday, and we're having the Sunday. What? My truck's trying to call 911 for some reason. I'm not exactly sure. I don't even know where the button for 911's at, but whatever.
Please
And it's freaking out. So we're doing the Sunday live, but since we have the quarantine and chill
visit your people.
episode, and this lady won't shut up. Won't shut up. But um, yeah, so I've been working on quite a few projects this week. So I finished up the Hellcat. Unfortunately, today there was an unmarked dip, and my brand new nice splash shield is has some scuffs on it. I was kind of mad, but yeah, it was just one of those things. I just didn't expect it. I was just like, why don't they have these labeled and everything? But I did get the hood and the doors painted on the VR4. I'm gonna start body working the rear bumper, and I need to do the cladding as well as a pair of side skirts, which the cladding and the side skirts are plastic, and the rear bumper is as well. The bumper I want to get really straight because it's the one I made, but the side skirts and the cladding, they're really thin plastic, and I really don't think there's any way to I could get them straight, but them staying straight over time, it's just one of those things. I'm probably just gonna 600 both of them and just color them and not really worry about it too much. The mirrors are already ready. I need to do the mirrors as well, but other than that, there isn't much left to do. I started wet sanding the hood and getting it ready to buff. I need to do the same thing with the doors and the quarter panels and just start kind of doing the same thing that I did the Hellcat, but instead of just a hood and fenders and a bumper, I have to do a whole car. So after I'm done with that, I'm going to ceramic coat it, and there will be a video Tuesday. I'm going to do a Hellcat video Monday, but let's see what you guys are saying. Howdy from Australia. What is going on? Craziness going on in the world right now. Yeah, let's see. Hi from Toronto, Canada. What is up? Hit that like button. Hell yeah. Keep busy, plenty to do. Keep streaming. Yeah, I mean, I will have 2 videos out. I tried to do some videos last week, but in the the 3000 GT stuff, as I say always, painting takes a lot of time and effort, and it's just very tedious. So I'll have the video of me painting all this stuff Tuesday for the 3000 GT. I'm not exactly sure how many people are too pumped about that, but I did make a collage, or whatever you want to call it, of all the Hellcat footage. So I'll have pretty much a wrap up of that project, getting it all together, and just kind of the whole process, which I think is pretty cool. It's like 30 minutes long, a little bit longer than most people's, but I think it just was a very big project compared to most. So yeah, we'll have that up Monday and just kind of go from there. Let's see, when are you gonna finish the 240? I don't know. I looked at it, and I need to just take some stuff down to the shop, but I want to finish cars. So I want to finish the 3000 GT. Once the 3000 GT is finished, I'm going to stick it where the 240 is, bring the 240 and the FD down to the shop, and just kind of rotate cars around. It's just kind of a small space. So if I had a larger shop, I could just bring everything down and just kind of bust everything out as I have time to do it, or if I have parts to do it. It's just one of those things. I have a really small shop. I could barely fit 3 cars. Like in my truck would just literally fill the whole shop if I parked my truck in there. Hellcat was pretty much filled the whole shop. So yeah, I need a bigger shop, but I'm using what I have. Let's see. Nigeria here. What's going on, Jim? I enjoy your channel. Awesome projects. Thanks, Derek. Hope you're doing well from Las Vegas, Nevada. Thanks. I hope you're doing well as well. I'm doing fine. I rarely get sick, so I don't think, I'm not really worried about this whole epidemic thing going on. Everybody's freaking out about it. But I was almost going to do a video because I was shaking some people's hands a couple days ago, and then I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, people will probably be pretty creeped out if you went around and shook their hands. But yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just one of those things that you know, I don't know. I don't really think I'm gonna get sick, but and I'm not really around people that much, so it really doesn't matter. I'm usually by myself. But I'm over at the coffee shop. I'm gonna get me some coffee and upload a video. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. And let's see. I wish I could do what you're doing, because here in Canada we're under lockdown because Prime Minister has allowed people to come through our borders on screen for disease. Yeah, I don't know. If they did martial law here, I just feel like just everybody would just riot. I mean, even if they did it, I'd still do stuff because I'm not gonna lose money because of some crazy outbreak thing. I mean, it's just the flu. I mean, my parents were freaking out. My parents are like super freaking out about it. I guess older people kind of have the right to, because it affects them a lot more. But at the same time, the flu kills so many more people a year. It's probably spreads way quicker because they don't even track how fast the flu spreads or any of that stuff. But I feel like the flu kills more people, kills more older people, kills more middle-aged people, kills more children than this whole outbreak thing. I mean, I guess we'll see once it's all said and done, but I mean, I feel like it's going to be months and months that they're going to try to drag this out. And who's really, losing in this situation? It's all the people that can't work, can't go out. They're afraid to go out. A lot of people are just really freaking out. My grandma had her surgery. She doesn't care, and she's fine. So, I don't know. I'm just not too worried about it. And that's what's to be said, I guess. Hellcat are awesome. I've got a Charger and love it. They're not too bad. Sounds like you're going to bust out a few long-term projects we've been waiting for ages. Yeah, I've been reading the comments. I haven't forgot about you guys. I just, I don't know. I just, now that I have the hood and the doors on the 3000 GT, I'm like, this car is going to be really, really nice. So I guess we'll just kind of see once it's finished. I mean, I can't wait to see that rear bumper in color, but the FD really needs some attention as well. Hello from Estonia. What is going on? Howdy. What's up, Tony? Martial Law 2020. Yeah, Martial Riot is what they should call it. Love the Magnum. Can't wait to see what you do next. I really have been waiting to do some stuff with the Magnum. The whole headliner situation kind of set me back with it, and I just need to go over there and strip the headliner back down, or the base back down, and just do it myself. I feel like I'll have much better luck, and I just won't have any issues with it having wrinkles and stuff like that, especially in the flat areas. I don't know what happened, but I definitely want to see that car done. I want to see it painted, but like I always say, I just hate painting stuff. It just the whole process is just the worst. But once you're finished with it, you're just like, oh, this is so tight. Like the VR4, I mean, just seeing like old parts that look like, just total crap before. The hood was out of a field. One of the doors was out of a field. The other door was off a car from the junkyard, and just seeing them in the same color as the car is just, one of those things. You're just like, that's cool. I turned something that was, sitting in a field on the ground for probably, 5 years into something that's usable, that I can use on my project. Let's see. Need more Magnum videos. Please don't start jumping from project to project. I mean, that's what I've always done, is jump from project to project. So, I mean, that's how it's always been. Are the auction bidding prices better because of what's going on? Not really. I was trying to win a Trackhawk, and it went, it was so destroyed. It went for like 32,000. Well, it bid up to like 30 something, and now they have it for like a buy now for like 32. And you know, the Trackhawk was rolled over. It's like, and it has a certificate of destruction title, so you can't even fix it and use it. But you know, no, the auction prices aren't any cheaper right now. And the bad thing about that is all the banks are actually, you know, to to pay for something from the auction, you have to wire transfer them money, but you can't go into a bank right now to do a wire transfer. So I don't know. It's kind of just because I've been wanting to buy some stuff, and I just really don't want to deal with it. So I've been kind of picking and choosing what I bid on. Let's see. Like the sunglasses. Thanks. They're like I think they're like 200 something bucks, but I maybe they're like no, I think they're definitely 200 bucks. But yeah, the whole sunglass thing, I had my other ones, my Ray-Bans. They were just destroyed from grinding on stuff and just using them around and dropping them, and I'm pretty hard on sunglasses, I'm gonna have to say. But I got two pairs of sunglasses. I think there's a deal, so it was like, instead of like 400 bucks, it was like three something. So now I have two sets of sunglasses. And I noticed my truck has the little sunglass thing, so I always use the sunglass thing now. And the Hellcat has one as well, and the Magnum has one. Well, it doesn't have it yet, but it will have one. Let's see. What happened to the old Mustang? The Mustang is just sitting under a car cover in the shop. So waiting for somebody to buy it. I mean, looking for 45 grand, but eventually, you know, somebody will have the money and they will buy the car. So one of those things. I don't know. It's not a good time to be selling stuff because, well, I mean, a lot of people are going to be unloading a bunch of stuff, but actually it's a pretty good time to be buying stuff if you have money. But a lot of people don't have money, so a lot of people live like paycheck to paycheck, which is kind of disappointing in this situation, because a lot of people are going to be, you know, not being able to buy stuff or buy food or buy anything, and that just kind of affects going up. So I mean, I'm not going to be able to sell any of my stuff that I was planning on selling or had for sale. There's no reason to even relist it because nobody's going to have money to buy it. So I don't know. It's just a bad situation. What are you doing in the car? I'm in my truck and I'm just doing a live stream. You're watching the live stream. If you forgot what you're doing, that's what's happening right now. Do you get a commission for the Mustang or the Dodge sale? I do not. I'm just, you know, I just did videos of them because they're sitting around, and Alihan needed help with his charger, and my old boss needed, you know, he really didn't care about the Mustang, but it was just sitting there, and I was like, well, I could just wash it and get it running again because it's been sitting forever, and you know, it wasn't that big of a deal. Put some stuff together. I mean, it took me a day, so yeah, I just did it because it was sitting there. But the charger my friend Alihan was trying to sell, and I just was helping him out because he lives in Turkey and he hasn't been back to the States forever. So yeah, I was just kind of helping him out. Should do a video of all the times I drove around with no doors. I mean, I'll probably have another project that I drive around with no doors or a front windshield or anything like that. Yeah, a ton of jobs won't come back for a long time. I mean, it's just it's a man-made depression. It's actually a fear-made depression. So I guess the first depression was man-made too, but um, like it's gonna be an interesting time to see what exactly happens and what people actually do because I mean you can only starve for so long and I mean people will just start going crazy. So it's bound to happen. Any updates on the Volvo S60R? The S60R is in the junkyard. The V70R is is in like loading mode. It's like if you had dial-up still. Actually, I feel like dial-up is almost faster than the new like 5G and 4G crap sometimes, but it's like when you're like loading the loading bar, that's the Volvo project. It's just loading. Let's see. Only 9 likes. Man. Any projects with a Chrysler 300? I was looking to buy a 2015 up for quite some time, and then they just kept going for way too much, or what I felt was way too much for what they were. And I just, decided against actually getting one, and I'm just gonna, I've just been looking for other stuff and other projects. I almost thought about getting a Jaguar, um, but then California got locked down and I can't go get it, so I never ended up buying it. That's another issue with buying something from the auction right now. I actually called them and asked them what, well, my fingers in the front of the camera. I actually called the auction to ask them what would the situation be if I bought a car and the city was on lockdown, or if I was in a city that was on lockdown and I couldn't go get it. And they pretty much said that, there's storage fees. So if you buy something you can't get it, or if the city's on lockdown, they're just going to keep charging you storage fees until you can pick it up. So I was like, well, I'm not going to, pay 2 months of storage fees because it's like 30-40 bucks a day, something like that. It's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, there's also another car in Seattle. They're on lockdown. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, it's just kind of halting the progress. But I guess we'll see. There's a car I was looking at that's in Kansas, and I should be able to go get it, but I don't know if I want to get it because it's an old car, it's huge, and it comes with 2 of them for the price. So I guess we'll just, I don't know. It has an inline 8. I've never had something with an inline 8. I think it'd be kind of tight to get it running and driving and just kind of see what's happening with it. This kid's acting like he's flying. It's kind of weird just seeing people like biking in the street. I saw like this one thing about these guys like skateboarding LA, like the highways and stuff like that, because there's nobody driving on them. But yeah, drift the highways is what needs to happen. You could actually have sideshows right now, and they would probably wouldn't even care. The dollar is going away. In Oz, I know people that have lost their jobs already. Yeah, a lot of people here have either been, temporarily laid off, or they got, they don't have a job anymore, or I don't know. I don't have a job, so I don't know exactly what's going on, but it's I mean, it's pretty scary if you think about it. I mean, it affects pretty much everybody that I mean, everybody but the large corporations. They really don't care. So, do I have a girlfriend? I do not, because I don't know. I just have been working on stuff. I literally go to my house, either go to the junkyard or go to my shop or go to Brandon's or Trevor's, and there aren't any girls in those areas. So I probably need to do something, because I've been thinking about it for quite some time. But I'm lazy. I mean, it's almost nice not having a girlfriend because you don't have to listen to it. But at the same time, it'd be kind of tight to have one. I don't know. We'll see. 15 likes. Hell yeah. You should try to build an electric car, or is it expensive? I almost thought about getting a wrecked P85D Tesla and throwing it in something like the drivetrain and everything. A lot of people have already done it, but I think it would be cool. Like get one of the all-wheel drive ones because they are pretty fast. Volvo's like Windows update. Get a refund on the headliner. I'm pretty sure the whole headliner situation is kind of like the whole situation with the dude that did dustless blasting on my 3000 DT doors. They're already broke. I mean, I don't know. It looked like it was going to be a good shop because they had all kinds of crap there, but obviously not. But it is kind of where I live. It's one of those things in Colorado. You can't find anybody that actually does good work, and it shows. So how is all this coronavirus going to affect you? You said YouTube doesn't pay enough and you aren't employed. So will this affect you as much? I mean, it's definitely going to affect me, but at the same time, we're almost probably going to go into depression. So as long as I'm going to say as long as like the dollar doesn't depreciate and it's actually worth the same amount, everything else should kind of decline as well. So it might kind of work out. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. My 401k is just destroyed right now. I mean, I think my 401k was at like 120 or 150 before this whole thing happened, and now it's probably, I don't know, I think it's probably like 75 or 50 maybe. Who knows? I mean, that's long-term stuff. I'll 10 years, 20, 40 years from now, I'll pop that baby open and it'll probably be all right. But yeah, I wish, sometimes I wish I would have taken it out, but do what you do. Did drifts in a high school parking lot today. I did drifts in a high school parking lot when I went to high school. This reception is crap. Hope to keep working. I'm not sure what you're talking about. If you do, she has to be a gearhead like you. I don't know. I had a girlfriend that was into cars and I hated it. I don't know what it was. It's something about girls that are into cars. They always act like they know everything about stuff when most of them don't know shit. So, and it shows. I mean, I know a few girls on YouTube that don't know shit, but, that being said, I've always liked girls that have their own hobbies because then they don't tend to bother me as much because they just kind of have their own shit to do. Then I can work on my stuff and they can do their stuff or something like that. But I don't know. It'd be very rare to find a girl that doesn't act like she knows more than she does when she, if she's a car girl. So I don't know. That's just my experience with girls and cars, but it's one of those things. You're so cute. Aw, tight. Thanks. Good night from Norway. It's 12? That's 10 o'clock. I'm not good at military time. I think that's almost 11 o'clock. Man, I usually go to bed at 2 a.m. Supercharge not available anymore on rebuilt title Tesla. So it wouldn't be rebuilt. I don't know, as long as I wouldn't register it, I don't think the title would ever show that it was rebuilt because I'm just going to swap it into something else. So I should still be able to use the fast charging. As long as I don't fix the car, take it down to the state patrol, them do a rebuilt title, I think the title would just be, you know, it might show an accident, but it would never show a rebuild. So I wonder if that would affect the supercharging capability on them if you never actually fixed them and rebuilt them. That'd be kind of a good video to, I mean, that'd be a lot of money to spend to find out, but because most of those, you know, the good ones go for like, you know, 40-ish range. So it would be kind of cool. 442 in Texas. Guess I missed the update on the Dodge Magnum. It was just the whole headliner situation was the last one. Junkyard table, find a way. Might have to switch it up and flip budget builds. I've always kind of done budget stuff, but I really don't think very many people are going to be able to drive around soon. I mean, if you don't have a job, you don't have money, what are you going to do? You're not going to drive around. You're not going to buy gas when you have to buy food. You're not going to buy stuff if you have to buy food. I mean, I feel like a lot of people, I have a neighbor that it just seems like they were buying a bunch of stuff, and most of the time, so last time the market crashed, I think it was 2008, everybody was buying like stuff against their house, and it seems like that's what they're doing. And I feel like a lot of people just recently were doing that, and now the market kind of crashed again. So I feel like a lot of people are going to end up losing their houses again, which will drop the economy, which will make houses really cheap, which means I might be getting in a cheap house soon. So maybe in like a year or so, I guess. I mean, that's how I bought my old house, and I guess that's probably how I'll buy this new house that's coming up. How did the dealership Challenger paint fiasco end up? I did a video on it. They ended up paying me for what the body shop quoted to fix the car, and I just haven't got to it. Like I said in my previous Hellcat video, I finally have the front end on. It's finally 100% complete. I just kind of want to drive it for a little bit and not really worry about fixing the whole back of the car, because it's just going to be time consuming and tedious, and I'm just kind of burnt out on working on it, and I just kind of want to have fun enjoying driving it for just maybe a couple months, 6 months or something like that, maybe to the point where it bothers me and then I go and fix it. And I mean, I have all the paint that I need. I have clear. I bought more clear. I actually bought supplies because they were saying that they're going to lock down Colorado Springs and Denver, and I didn't want to have to, because I was paying the 3000 GT stuff, and I was almost out of clear. I was almost out of actually I was out of sealer. I was out of the reducer for the sealer, so I just bought a bunch of supplies. I forgot to buy respirators for my paint mask because my paint mask respirators are clogged. But yeah, I guess. Let's see. It's 3:15 here, and I'm watching you. I mean, what time is it here? I don't even know what time it is. I don't even know if my truck time's correct. Oh, it's 3:49 here. Tight. Let's see. Could just be eye candy to give you beer later. I mean, I don't really drink too much beer. The pot shop next to me, the dude he gave me a beer yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? That owns that, and we had some beers, and then I went and finished clearing the hood. I had to leave pretty quick because I sprayed the base and I forgot the mixing cups, because the Sherwin-Williams cups have so the clear that I use, it's 4 to 1 to 15%, and figuring out 15% is a lot harder than it sounds, because I mean, there's probably an easy way, but I haven't figured it out. And the only easy way that I've figured out is buying the mixing cups that have the 4:1 to 15%. And then it's just really easy. So math, I really don't want to have to deal with it. But yeah, I cleared the hood and then had a beer and stuff like that. So. Apparently Tesla has a way to know and blacklist. I feel like the only way they know is if you fix it, because when you re-register it, if it never gets re-registered, I don't think it would matter, because they would never know, because it wouldn't be against the title. And they would, because I don't know, because Carfax would show an accident, but it would never show on the title would never go through as if you didn't put, I don't know, if you never re-register the car, I don't feel like it would, Tesla would never know, I feel like. I'm not exactly sure, but I know when I buy a car from the auction, until I register it, I don't start getting calls from that stupid warranty place until I register it. So I feel like it would be the same thing. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find out. Love the channel. Lived up in Parker, Douglas County for a long time. Great content. Thanks. A little friendly competition in the making. Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Blacklist for what? Blacklist, Tesla makes it so you can't fast charge your cars if they have a salvage title or something like that, a rebuilt title, something like that. Hi from Danville. What's up, Robert? All reefer all over. Rebuilt titles. Did see the pickup for Dodge Magnum. See you, bye, take care. See ya. Okay, my reception is causing a lag. Yeah, but the number is 4:1. So I'd have to mix the paint then by ounces, which would get really, really screwy. So I don't know. The cups are like 10 cents a piece, and I usually, the ones that have the 15% stuff on them, I use them like 50 times before I throw them away, or until like something is in them I can't get them out. But let's see. Thoughts on Koenigsegg? I don't know, Gamera? I don't know how you say that yet. I don't know. I haven't seen it yet. Corona Dave, what's up? Hey Dave, about the RX-7. I think it's been a year since I've seen the RX-7. The FD, yeah, it has been quite some time. What are these people doing? I don't know. Maybe they're drunk. Oh, it was in reference to your ladies. Oh shit. 9:50 here, 9:55 here in the UK. Love the videos. Thanks, Andrew. Don't be lazy, y'all, and hit the like button. Oh, Tony, thanks. It's a 1700 horsepower 4-seater hybrid. Sounds pretty cool. I mean, I don't think I'll ever be able to afford one unless something drastic changes, like I just pull what my ancestors did, but I'm not going to talk about that. Let's see. What's the next update on the 72 Charger 440? Maybe when somebody buys it, that'll be the last update. 600 twin turbo 3-cylinder. Dang. That's cool. All right, so I've been doing the live stream's at 34 minutes. I want to upload the video for tomorrow. So if you like these videos, subscribe. I don't know why I'm saying that, because this is a live stream. But thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in. And see you guys, I guess, tomorrow. Tomorrow's a video. Next week's another live stream. We'll see if the world's on fire. Who knows? But Thanks for watching. See you guys.